They say music has the power to heal the soul, but what if it could also unearth hidden scars, buried too deep to face? Lara wasn't supposed to be there that night. Work had been exhausting, a week filled with back-to-back sessions, each one weighing on her a little more. But when Ruby insisted she join her for the music festival, Lara couldn't refuse. Maybe she needed it too, a moment to breathe.
Come on, Lara. Live a little. You're always in therapist mode. It's time for some fun.
But it wasn't fun that Lara found that night. It was him. The moment he stepped onto that makeshift stage, everything shifted. Dean. His presence was magnetic, but there was something more. Something about the way he played. The music. It was haunting. Raw. Like he was pouring out a piece of his soul with every note. And Lara couldn't look away. For Lara, the night was supposed to be just another night out, an escape from her routine. But as she watched Dean play, her heart skipped a beat, and her curiosity peaked with each strum of his guitar.
Who is this guy? And why do I feel like I already know him?
Whoa, Lara! Should I grab a napkin for all that drool?
Oh, stop. I'm just appreciating the music.
Uh-huh. Sure. I've seen that look before. You're smitten.
Ruby leans in.
You know, I actually know Dean. He's an old friend. Want me to introduce you?
Ruby, no. I mean, what would I even say?
You'll think of something, Ms. Therapist. Trust me.
Ruby winks and gently pulls her towards the backstage. And there he was, leaning against a wall, tuning his guitar. The hum of the festival seemed miles away. Dean glanced up as Ruby approached, a familiar smile spreading across his face.
Ruby, been too long?
He notices Lara.
And who's this?
Dean, meet Lara, a brilliant therapist and an even better friend. Lara, this is Dean, master of guitar and the mystery act of the night.
I really enjoyed your set. It felt raw, like you were playing from somewhere deep.
Somewhere deep, huh? That's one way to put it.
He eyes her with curiosity.
You're a therapist, huh? So you analyze everyone you meet?
Only if they need analyzing.
She pauses, meeting his gaze.
And I'd say you have layers.
Layers. Now you've got my attention. Maybe I'll let you peel them back one day.
He leans in slightly, his tone softening.
But only if you think you can handle it.
Maybe you'll find I'm tougher than I look, but
But
I'm a therapist. I can tell when someone's guarding something.
you might want to tread carefully. Some things are best kept buried.
Ruby grins, sensing the chemistry between them.
Well, looks like my work here is done.
She winks at Lara.
I'll leave you two to, peel back those layers.
She always this meddlesome?
You have no idea.
Their banter, electric and effortless, ignited a spark neither of them expected. There was a pull between them, an invisible thread weaving their lives together, even if neither of them realized it yet. Over the next few weeks, they found themselves drawn into an unexpected dance, meeting at late-night gigs, stolen conversations over coffee, until one night the inevitable happened.
You know, I don't let people in easily.
I know, but you're letting me in. Why?
I don't know. Maybe because you're the first person who hasn't tried to fix me.
Maybe that's because I know some things can't be fixed, but they can be understood.
They stood under the awning of a quiet cafe, the rain falling gently around them. It was then that Dean did something unexpected. He pulled out his guitar, strumming a soft, unfamiliar melody. The world seemed to fall away as his fingers moved over the strings, his eyes locked onto hers.
What is that?
Something I've been working on. For you.
Dean, this is beautiful, but there's more to this, isn't it?
That was the moment Lara realized the music Dean played wasn't just music. It was his story. Every note held a piece of his past, every melody a buried memory. And as their love grew, so did her understanding of the shadows that haunted him.
Dean, I can't ignore it anymore. Every time you play, I feel it. The pain, the loss. It's like you're trying to say something without words.
What do you want me to say, Lara? That I'm broken? That I've lost more than you can imagine? That the music is the only thing that keeps me sane?
I don't need you to say it. I just need you to let me in.
There it was, two souls standing at the edge of something profound. The music that had brought them together now threatened to tear them apart. But love, true love, finds a way through even the deepest wounds.
The song, it's about my brother. He was the one who taught me to play. But he didn't make it.
Dean, I'm so sorry.
He was everything to me. And now, every time I play, it's like he's here, but also not. The music, it's all I have left of him.
Laura knew then that Dean's music wasn't just a refuge. It was a prison, one that he had been trapped in for years. And she realized that the only way to truly love him was to help him set himself free.
Dean, you don't have to carry this alone anymore. You've been playing the same notes, reliving the same pain over and over. But you have a choice, you know? To play something new, to play for what's here now.
It's not that simple, Laura. Music was the only thing that made sense back then. It held me together, but also kept me.
He looks away, struggling.
Every time I play, I see his smiling face. I feel that emptiness. It's like I owe it to him. I owe it to the past, to keep it alive.
Keeping the past alive shouldn't mean sacrificing yourself to it, Dean. You've been carrying his memories, but that doesn't mean they have to weigh you down. Let his memory guide you forward, not pull you back.
She reaches for his hand, her touch grounding him.
You've got a future, Dean. There's so much more than the hurt, so many songs waiting to be played that no one's heard yet.
Sometimes I wonder, without the pain, who am I? What if I don't know how to be anyone else?
You're more than your past. You're someone who survived it. You're someone who found me. And if you need a reason, then play for us, Dean. Play for something you want to create, not something you have to relive.
In that charged silence, Laura's words sank in. Dean's hand, though trembling, found his guitar. This time his fingers moved more slowly, searching. The melody started low, uncertain, each note heavy with longing. But as he played, something shifted. The music grew lighter, a fragile hope taking root.
This one's for you, Lara. For us.
The guitar picks up, the notes delicate and healing, like a fresh breeze after a storm. The melody fills the room with a new energy, no longer weighed down by the past, but looking forward. Love isn't about fixing someone. It's about understanding them, standing with them as they find their own way. For Lara and Dean, their journey wasn't about erasing the past, but about creating a new melody together, one that could heal rather than destroy. Dean took a shaky breath, his eyes full of vulnerability.
Thank you, Lara, for saving me from myself.
Lara leaned in close.
I'm not here to save you, Dean. I'm here to love you.
Aren't they the same thing, though?
Maybe. But love isn't about fixing each other's broken pieces. It's about building something new together.
Dean reached for her hand, threading his fingers through hers.
And here I was, thinking I'd be lost forever.
Lara traced a finger along his cheek, meeting his eyes with a warm smile.
You were never lost, Dean. You just needed someone to stand beside you when you felt like the whole world was falling apart.
He let out a breath, and the faintest smile touched his lips.
And here you are, my beautiful accomplice.
Your partner in crime.
She teased, her lips so close to his ear that her breath made him shiver.
Because sometimes, all you need is a little...
Dean pulled her close, his voice rough yet tender.
Then stay right here, because right now, you're all I need.
She smiled, her eyes sparkling with something deeper.
I'm not going anywhere, not as long as you need me, Dean.
He gazed into her eyes, a soft smile spreading across his face.
You mean forever?
They exchanged a smile, both knowing the answer without needing to say another word. Sometimes it's not about reviving old melodies, but about crafting fresh ones. To create something truly original, all you need is the courage to embrace new instruments, the insight to choose words that haven't been heard before, and the freedom to weave them into a tune that's entirely your own. Let go of the past rhythms and let the music of today guide you into something uniquely beautiful. And to create something so beautiful, all you need is
a podcast where the heart finds its voice through enchanting romance stories. Join me as we explore the timeless power of love, weaving together tales that spark joy, nostalgia, unspoken desires, a warmth that makes your heart flutter, and the sweet magic of love that transcends time. From the first blush of infatuation to the comfort of lasting connections. Prepare to be swept off your feet as we delve into the intricacies of relationships, celebrate love in all its forms, and remind you that, at the end of the day, all you need is. Podcast conceptualized and created by Nazar Partiwala using 11 Labs.
tune in and let your heart be your guide.